It is the most decentralized cryptocurrency in all of crypto, and Cardano is now months away from bringing smart contracts to the Cardano ecosystem. What does it mean for Cardano? What does it mean for Cardano price? What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that subscribe, hit that like, turn the notification bells on. Let's jump into the video. Before we even talk about this, and I was obviously on the live stream, most of you probably were as well. You saw the timeline, you saw what's going on. We're going to discuss that. I just want to lay something out there for you, especially if you're someone out there and you're kind of like, why is price not moving? What's going on? I really want to discuss that. It's probably the most important thing, but let's look at this. I just want to break down for you. Shelley, hard fork, right here in July, brought staking to the Cardano ecosystem. The innovation behind this, and the innovation behind this being successfully done, so bullish for Cardano, number one. On top of that, we lead into the Mary hard fork just weeks ago, this was happening, bringing in the multi-asset ledger, successfully accomplished. Now we're talking about Alonzo hard fork and smart contracts. I have it kind of tentatively over here in August, and we can discuss what that looks like. But I am just so bullish on Cardano because of the technical efficiency that has just transpired since all of this has been built. And the ecosystem that's being created right now, and I think, and especially maybe you're staking with our stake pool, but as a stake pool operator even right now, taking part in it, you get this different experience and you get a different perspective of how bullish this is. I also run a recruiting firm. I recruit engineers. The technical ability to do all of these things, and this is something I really want to stress because I think there's some people out there that right now are kind of like, oh, I don't like this timeline. We're talking maybe like August, before smart contracts are completely live on mainnet. Everybody, the speed in which this is all being done, what we're talking about on the screen, is absolutely incredible. It has required such talent, and the team behind everything going on right now. I want to just note that and throw that out there. But let's talk about this. Cardano smart contracts likely this summer. What's really cool about it is if you look at this screen, what Charles was discussing, testnet. Testnet basically in April, May for Alonzo. That is huge, everybody. The integration is beginning now. This summer is months away. We are just around the corner from, I think, what everybody is anticipating. The next price move for Cardano. The continuation of the entire bull market is really important right now in terms of trying to analyze and anticipate what the price will do. But we're going to discuss that here in a couple minutes. Savvy Cardano investors know that Q2 and Q3 will be the most bullish season ADA has ever traded within. I truly think that. I tweeted this earlier, like really early in the morning, 1:48 a.m., because Q2, Q3 is really everything that we see here on this chart, everything that's coming to Cardano ecosystem. I also tweeted this just a little bit ago. In a continued bull market, a realistic Cardano market valuation should sit conservatively at $200 billion or around a $5 ADA. This would be the effect of smart contracts on Cardano and a realization that ADA is highly undervalued. This is just my opinion. It really is just my opinion. So let's discuss what this might look like in terms of price, because I know that's what so many people are wondering, and I want to break that down. Before I do, our sponsor for today's video, CryptoTrade.TAX, you've seen me mention them before. Everybody, if you're just like, I'll get to it, do it. Get this platform, do your taxes in minutes, get it out of the way, pay it, any taxes that you do owe, and forget about it so you can focus on gains. This is the proper way to do things, everybody. I truly encourage you to do things properly. And the fact that CryptoTrade.TAX it syncs with all the platforms, it runs the report for you, click of the button in minutes. They're running a promo right now. They're giving away a free $300 value tax report via this raffle for Crypto Capital Venture subscribers. So put your name, email, get in on that raffle. But everybody, this platform just has saved me so much time. I love having them on as a sponsor. That's why I don't mind it at all, taking the time to kind of send you their way, because it's going to be so beneficial and valuable to you. So let's talk about this now. I tweeted earlier, just like the day of the ADA being listed, on Coinbase Pro, it's best to go into the Cardano 360 event with zero expectations. Anticipate everything and enjoy. The reason why I tweeted that is because I saw a lot of people really, and I was wondering myself, what would be announced? Will it move price? But a lot of people truly, let's go to the 6 hour, relying on this event, waiting on this event to move price, like $1.50 type of move. And I tweeted this because we really have to kind of reel in the excitement in the short term. Crypto's volatile. Bitcoin's doing its things. Markets are consolidating. We're in the middle of like a huge consolidation. You can see it on this daily chart for Cardano right here. So when it comes to the zoomed in charts and Cardano making some type of bullish move out of nowhere, even while the rest of markets are like consolidating and even down, it's the expectations for something like that occurring are very not healthy, I would say. And I mean that because if you're sitting there and you're waiting for a price pump because of Cardano 360 and it's not doing anything, like that's just mentally like draining. It's stressful to be waiting for something like that. We always have to pay attention to the technicals. And I said the same exact thing on the Coinbase Pro listing. We talked about a $1.85 target to the upside if there was the massive breakout pump because of the news, but we also talked about this downside target if it didn't happen, because oftentimes with news, even actually more of a dramatic impact, if the news doesn't meet people's expectations, it actually turns into kind of more of a bearish thing, right? So we talked about this downside scenario, and I really want to discuss what's happening here in relation to that scenario, and really putting aside the Coinbase Pro, putting aside the Cardano 360, putting aside smart contracts. The technicals are just sitting on the screen waiting for us to discuss them. So swing low, swing high. Here's the same exact area that we charted in that video. We discussed it yesterday. We discussed the $7 area down at the 786, and we also discussed this bottom trend line. Look how well this chart has played out. We have seen pretty much support at the 786 at the $7 area with just a little bit of volatility below, and it was very short term wick down to like the $3 area. But notice we filled in this gap in between the 786 and the lower trend line. It's just a really nice higher low support area right now. You know, we have the swing low, we have a swing low, now we have a higher low, and the ascending triangle is playing out very nicely on the screen. So the other thing happening confluent with this bounce that you see on the screen, going over to the daily chart, is we have a daily 50-day moving average, and look at the confluence of that blue line here, the 50-day moving average with this lower trend line. Cardano bouncing support really nicely there. We want to see that continue. You know, we've seen Cardano kind of consolidating after these nice bullish bursts to the upside into the 50-day moving average. We've seen it continue to happen. It's happening now. We want to see that hold. But at the end of the day, everybody, we always have to revisit Bitcoin and look at what Bitcoin is doing. There is clear room for downside for Cardano. We're at the lower trend line of an ascending triangle. It could break to the downside. What we want to see, again, we talked about this, we'll continue talking about this, is two areas being broken. And by the way, look at the $16 area of resistance on the 618 Fibonacci. We continue to watch that area. Even today, Cardano failed to break it. We made a little run up. There was a little bit of a hype, I would say, because of the event today, but we're still looking to break this area. It's that first like glimmer. It's that first sign of a short-term reversal, that resistance area. We've obviously come down to test this support area, but getting out of this channel is key right now. Maybe we see, I mean, you can actually, if you look at, if I'm just glancing at the chart, you kind of see a left shoulder ahead. Maybe we come back down a little bit, right shoulder, inverse head and shoulders breakout. Maybe we get that breakout to $1.25, $1.30 area. That's a really important area to the upside, which is the swing high back here to our previous swing low that we put in. And you can see 618 line resistance, $1.32 to 786 resistance, $1.40. So the big channel of resistance for Cardano to really break, and this is the true area of reversal, would be that area up there. And that's what we'll be watching for. Can Cardano make a break out of the $1.16 resistance, $1.17 resistance that you see at the 618 and make a break to the upside? Everybody, we're sitting here, I'm discussing this very short-term, move for Cardano, but I just can't stress enough, everybody, what's actually occurring here in Gauguin era, ready to be complete with smart contracts coming via Alonzo hard fork. It is so bullish. And if you just look at this chart and just look what happened leading into Mary hard fork, look what happened leading into Shelley with staking. And here's Alonzo smart contracts here. What's going to happen there? What will price do leading into that and around that area? If we're in a bull cycle at that time and Bitcoin's still just putting in its all-time highs, how is Cardano going to operate in that time? This is what we should really be discussing. This is really what we should be talking about and watching on the charts, especially if you're an investor, because the short-term charts, they come with volatility. The bullishness of Cardano does not change even if Cardano makes a break to the downside, which is 100% in play. We're testing a key trendline area here, everybody. If Bitcoin tanks, cryptos tank, Cardano likely going to break that trend line for short to mid-term downside potential. It doesn't matter if you're zooming out on the charts and you're able to capture and recognize the long-term bullishness of what's transpiring here on the screen. Not to mention what has already been built: Shelley staking, multi-asset ledger, and I feel part of it with so many of you. Over 1,100 delegators. We're taking part, and I say this all the time, we're taking part in making Cardano the most decentralized cryptocurrency in all of crypto. And it's happening here. We're earning rewards for doing this. We just minted, right before I started this video, our 5th block for the Epic. Our reward should start, I believe, March 31st. I think we're shooting for around 6% expected annual rewards paid out every 5 days, obviously. And we're going to continue to monitor that. But look at this node map in terms of Shelley staking that Cardano has. It's just so cool, everybody. And we're in here somewhere doing our thing. And I really, truly appreciate all of your support in making this happen. And we're going to continue to track this. I mean, we're really going to continue to track everything that's going on with Cardano price right now. But I really, truly encourage you, zoom out on the charts, everybody. Zoom out on the charts. It's so much more beneficial. It's so less stressful. Let's track it. Let's see what Cardano does. Appreciate all you cruising by. I'm going to leave you with this sweet staking video. If you're not staking with Crypto Capital Venture, make it happen. I appreciate your support. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.